everyone, it's Genene with a quick restorative yoga practice. For today's practice, you'll need a block and maybe a bolster or 2 blankets, or you could just roll up your mat because that will be for the end of practice. And make sure that if you haven't already, I hope that you subscribe to my channel to support me, and you'll be notified of all my upcoming videos. And then let me know in the comments below how this practice works for you. Let's begin. Close your eyes for a moment. Allow your eyes to gently open, and let's come to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, step your left leg forward, right hand down underneath right shoulder, and inhale your left arm up to the sky, stretch. Reach your left arm across your left ear. Circle your arm all the way around. And then circle your arm the other way around. And then step your left leg back. Step your right leg forward. Let's see how this side is feeling. Inhale your left arm up to the sky, so you're turning your belly and your heart to the right. Reach your right arm across your right ear. Your palm faces downward. And a nice big circle one direction, doesn't matter which direction. And then circle the other direction. Set that right hand down, downward facing dog just for a moment to stretch the hamstrings. And walk your feet forward. Hands to your hips, lengthen your spine, or you can walk your hands up your legs, your choice. And grab your block or your equivalent, something you could put your head on, and take a nice wide stance. So about 4 feet apart, it's going to depend on you. Stretch your arms out to the sides. If you look at your wrists and draw a straight line down to your ankle, that's the width you're looking for. And then place your block down in front of you. This is going to depend on your flexibility here. Inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, bow. Now, you're just going to keep bowing forwards until you place your forehead on the block. And you also have a couple of blankets here you can place on top of the block. You may find that you need a second block or a third block. Just make sure that whatever it is, it's a stable surface, placing your forehead there. If you find you can have this more intense, you bring the block closer to between your legs. If that's not okay for you, then you can take your head to a chair seat instead. Hands to the floor, and you breathe. So your upper body is relaxed. Your legs are working. If they were not, you would be in the splits. So there's just enough effort in your legs so that you don't fall over, so that you're supported here. And feel the stretch going up your inner thighs and your hamstrings. And does that stretch translate into your back? Just notice. Where are you feeling the stretch? Straighten your arms, extend your spine. Placing your hand now, move the block, underneath your face. Right hand is going to go to your right hip. Keep your hips still and just turn from your heart and your belly to the right. And then choose making this nice and easy for yourself. Maybe you felt like you wanted to stretch your right arm up to the sky, so you do that for yourself. It's your choice. Exhale, lower that hand down, go to the other side. moving into these twists slowly. Exhale, lower back down onto your block. And just notice if it feels any different or does it feel the same. Now lift up, walk your hands up your legs, coming up to standing. Bring your legs together, so just walk them together for today. Now we'll be going into Uttanasana supported by a block. So you're going to place the block at the front of your mat. And again, if that doesn't work, the block is not high enough, lift it up, or you could put your head on a chair. So whatever you need to do. So you can take your feet, if you want it harder, feet closer together. Try hip bone width apart. If that's too intense, then you make the feet as wide as your mat. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead or not. And exhale, bow. And place your forehead. So if you go down, you're like, oh, my forehead won't touch. You grab your extra props. Or notice if you take your feet a little wider apart, maybe that's all you need to do. Hands to the floor. Again, you're feeling the support of the ground. You want it easier. It's a little bit forward. Harder, right in between your feet. But being somewhere we can hold for a little bit longer than normal. Feel the quieting action of all these forward bends here. Yes, it's intense on the hamstrings. And once you get beyond that, once you've balanced it out with just enough stretch, but not too much, modifying as you need, then you can get into feeling how calming this is. Now, very slowly, walk yourself up your legs, letting this be easy, coming out very slowly. Your blood pressure is literally changing, so you want to take the time to let that happen. And now come to sitting, legs stretched out in front of you. And this is where you might need that rolled up mat or your bolster. So you're going to place it on your legs. And then again, if you need more, you put the block underneath your props and do that. But what you're going to do, I'll show you first, is you bow forwards being supported. So if you're not supported, then find where you're not supported and you could put that block there. And wherever you're at, the top rim of your pelvis is tilted forward. If it starts tilting back and you're in such a hurry to go forward, what you need to do is back yourself off. So if you found your position, stay there. Otherwise, another option, taking props underneath your hips, as many as you need. And then you know to be mindful of your knees. The higher you are at, the easier it is to hyperextend your knees. And then to come forward in this position and doing whatever you need to do to be supported. Whatever props work for you. Your hands are by your legs. And you're surrendering. There is this interesting balance in Paschimottanasana, this extreme, intense, westward facing asana. There's some action going on in the legs, but there's also a lot of surrendering. There's a little bit of lengthening in the spine even. Focusing on the support that you've created so you don't have to do all of the work that you usually have to do here. Hands up and walk your body up. And very gently release your props. Maybe just getting your props off to the side so they're not in the way. And then come into child's pose. Draw your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up slowly. Come to lying down on your backs for your Shavasana. And you can stay here as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Namaste.